So, how did we end last time? Well, you guys ran off very quickly in the morning to try and save Timothy's daughter, who had apparently been kidnapped. You you quickly found out it was some goblins that had kidnapped her, and you traced them down to their cave, where you very carefully made your way inside before Mocab had a quick argument with some goblins and chaos ensued. Luckily, that chaos was halted in the way that it usually is, with great violence and murder, leading on to you being extra careful, and Fistin sent forward his little bat friend to investigate ahead, discovering an ambush in wait for you. Mocab decided to make his way forward, not checking for traps, and stumbling straight into a tripwire. In fact, he didn't stumble into a tripwire, he was trying to be intimidating by dragging his sword along the floor, and thus went straight into the tripwire, not even stumbling into it, which caused a massive explosion in his face, alerting everyone to his presence. And now he is going into that room after an explosion. Although he could turn around and run away. But there has been an explosion. I think this is probably a good point.
I don't have bless. Sorry.
For Iris to also hear the explosion from her position at the foot of the cave, as she has arrived at long last after having her nice long lay-in. So Iris hears an explosion from within, and Mocap making the sound of pain.
Oh gosh! Oh no! Ah!
My ears!
I'll just start running in. I'll just go. I'll run.
And
have I had a long rest?
You have had a long rest. A very long rest.
There's no points for extra long rest.
So if you would like, you can start trying to catch up with the rest of the party inside. Luckily, I think they've set off all of the traps. So going towards the sound wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. What are you guys going to do, having heard this explosion?
Well, I'm looking right at it because I'm just following Mocap behind, and I'm just going to cover my face, spread a finger over my eye so I can see through my hands, and wait for the dust to settle, I guess.
Yeah, I'm also going to...
Yeah, I think I will appreciate the goblin's sense of using traps. I will give it good trap. And then be like, and roll my eyes. My fucking spleen! It hurts!
Mocap's going to stumble around the corner back to the group.
I don't think we should go that way. Oh, I didn't have you as someone that would run away. Yep. Fair. Fair enough. Run away so I can stab them in their sleep. So we're going to wait for them to fall asleep? Nope, I think we should leave. Okay.
The people are still in the cage.
How much do we really need those people?
I think the town probably would like them back. That is, after all, why we came here.
Right. Well, I could be persuaded to go forward.
Hang on! This might help! And Mocap's going to go into his bag and start rummaging through all the food. And he's going to pull out the lamb, which I definitely think would class as stolen food because he definitely fleeced Jimmy for it.
You've got
Jimmy,
quite...
Timmy. I can't actually remember what the guy's real name is.
Timothy.
Jimothy, thank you.
You definitely have a whole bag full of stolen food.
Awesome. Mocap is going to mooch on this bit of lamb, and then he's going to offer some lamb to other people. Nobody else gains the benefits of this lovely lamb.
But Mocap
Fully taking the lamb, though. Yeah.
Now, I'm still feeling a little bit beaten up. My face hurts a bit, and I think I got a bit of shrapnel in my back.
Shame. A shame that.
Well, can anybody help?
I know, I'm out of spell slots.
Unfortunately not. But also,
Alright.
bear with me a minute, guys. I'll pipe in when I need to, but someone changed my sheet and added bless and guidance and all sorts to it, so I'm just removing stuff because that wasn't
weird.
there. I have no idea where that's come from because it wasn't there, but I'm removing it now. It was on it was on the front page, like global modifiers, bless, global modifiers. Global
I have that
skill
as
modifier.
well.
Oh, they're just like common things that you might need to use. You can just turn them off so that they don't turn on.
Yeah, they just appeared out of nowhere.
That is random.
Sorry for being disruptive.
Don't have them.
Roll20 just being weird.
I think I've got rid of everything that shouldn't be there now, so we should be good.
Excellent. Iris, it's probably about this time that you see the rest of the party. You've run past a giant metallic man.
Okay.
Who
creep around
looks
that.
completely inert. A giant boulder that is covered in a small amount of blood from a goblin. And then you would continue up the path to see your friends.
Hello! Hello!
Hello!
I overslept. I'm so sorry. Are you alright?
Not really.
Oh,
We just had an explosion.
I heard.
Long story short, the villagers are in a cage around the corner, and the key is with the goblins around this corner, and we have to go and retrieve that key.
Okay, right. I'll crack my fingers. Right, what? Let's go then.
Oh, after you.
Be my guest.
Well, I'll stand at the back.
Also, hi, I don't think we've met.
Oh, no, I don't believe we have met. I'm
Hi,
Iris.
I'm Dad. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
She sticks out her hand.
I'll slap it, high five it, like, give it a high five.
Okay. High five.
Also, I already backed at the back.
Are you
I'll
a
be
magic
behind.
user?
Yes, I am. I that's all I do. Magic.
I see, because I think most of us are all out of spell slots.
Oh. Okay then.
So, I don't know if you want to take the lead on this one.
I've got an idea.
Sure.
Oh.
Mocap has no inclination of sharing his idea. He's just going to turn and start sneaking down the corridor.
Amazing.
Seeing this,
I-
I will distance myself a little bit back, but I will also try to hide and sneak behind
I will-
the fellow goblin.
I will also crouch down and try to sneak.
Natural 20 for 24 on my stealth.
Not very sneaky.
What are you
It's a good
hiding
job I'm-
behind?
With my back to the wall.
With your back to the wall, so you're just pressed up against the wall.
Yeah, on this side. And then, is this a torch?
That is indeed a torch.
Okay, I'm going to take the torch out the sconce and I'm going to launch it down the gap here in between these guys to throw it away so this bit gets darker.
Okay.
And then Mocap's going to remember that goblins have dark vision and go,
Ah, nuts. Right.
he's going to unsheath his longsword and he's going to sit it in his shoulder like a rifle. And then he's going to poke his head round the corner and try and Eldritch Blast the first goblin in hopes that he's hidden enough in the darkness that it's not going to immediately notice him.
It will have advantage because it is looking. But
Mhm.
let's see if the gobbos see you. Oh, well, that was a good start. I clicked initiative instead of wisdom, but we'll still take the nat 1 and an 11. So he does not see you. So you may have advantage on your strike.
My Eldritch Blast. And Mocap isn't going to allow it to delay this time. And all that's going to happen from the shadows is BANG! And then a big flash of light as the Eldritch Blasts go flying towards that closest goblin. Oh no, that's... Oh, a 12.
Even at advantage.
Oh, with advantage! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 12.
Oh no.
12 or 11.
Yeah, so this goblin is there with its bow strung, and it's hiding behind a table, and the bolt just goes boom, and it blows up part of the table, and it just goes ah! And we will roll initiative off the back of that. Although, yeah, no, they wouldn't fire because they couldn't see you properly. Let me get the
Yeah,
turn order up.
Mocap would immediately duck his head back round the corner.
Why is Iris already on there? Or did you roll?
Oh, I pressed an initiative, but I don't know if that was. Did I?
Yeah, it's gone on.
Right.
You're all good.
Cool.
I wasn't sure if it was hungover from some other time.
Are you rolling through D&D Beyond?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Ah,
Well, not
that'll be
on
right.
for initiative. Not no. Didn't do it. Not on for initiative. Is that how? I didn't.
Because it's popped on, it's just not shown in the chat.
How do I do that? I've forgotten how we do this on here.
It's all good. It's popped on, so I don't mind.
You're good, yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
Let's roll those as...
Now, the next shot will be in between your eyes. This is your last chance to surrender before we go and get the town guard. You guys are fucking trapped.
Alright, let's see how this order looks like. You say that, and the goblin says, you hear back.
We don't care about no stinking town guard. Come in here and face us like men.
Why would I face you like a human? I would much rather hide in the shadows and fill your cave full of oil and set it on fire.
Well, we'll just go out the back then, you fucking idiot.
Well, we've got the black door blocked.
Roll
Deception?
deception.
14 plus... I've forgotten what my modifier is. Sorry, 6. So that's a dirty 20.
Let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? It's probably the goblin boss rather than anyone else listening to that.
Yeah.
Does he have anything? Nope, he is shit. 12. He believes you, and he's like, he takes a second hearing that, and he goes, all right then. Well, we'll just go and get the rest. Oi, Gerbu, go and get the others. Are you guys going to respond in any way, shape, or form?
I can tell Mocap that I don't like the sound of that, Mocap.
Well, I already killed them.
1, 2,
Did I ca-
3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can probably just about see you from there. So this first
Can I?
goblin,
Oh yeah, it's initiative. I forgot we
Yeah.
rolled.
he's gonna try and shoot you with a 14. He's gonna miss, but he can't really do shit all except that.
I applaud your courage.
The second one's gonna try and get an angle on you and shoot at disadvantage. He'll give you 3/4 cover. He ain't gonna hit this, but he'll try. Oh, there we go. Definitely a miss. And then he will bonus action hide behind a table. Stealth. No, he's shit. He's butt sticking out in the air.
It's better than my passive, so I don't see his ass sticking out.
Excellent. Fistin, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. And I am going to. First off, I'm going to try and bonus action hide around this corner. Oh, it's so close to being a natural 20. 8 plus 5. 11.
11. Very nice.
And then I'm going to poke out around Mocap and I'm going to let a firebolt go at this one.
At
The
which
first
one?
one.
The first one.
First
You
one,
may roll at advantage. Their passive is
Okay.
shocking.
8 and an 11 for 11 plus is that 6? Yeah. 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
9 points of fire damage.
Nice.
You roast the first dude.
Slick.
Anything else, Fistin?
I'm gonna stay where I am, please.
Cool. Sounds good.
In fact, I'm gonna move up very slightly just to try and get an eye on, because I've seen the gate through Taraz's eyes.
Yep.
Just to keep an eye on like what's happening.
The goblin boss's turn, so he's gonna come up here. This gobbo is gonna go on his turn as well, but the goblin boss is gonna poke his head round the corner. Or yeah, he's just gonna throw a javelin straight at Mocap, because Mocap is in the lead, and he also looks all burnt. And he calls out,
Ah, I see you. You're the idiot who triggered the trap. Have one of these.
and he lobs a javelin, and it's an 18.
Oh, that hits.
You take 3 points of piercing damage as the javelin
Ow!
strikes off your armor. He is then gonna back off, and he's gonna hide, because this is what goblin bosses do. Where's he gone? There's he gone. Stealth +6. Oh, natural 1. Love that.
No.
So he's not hidden. But his goblin friend is gonna try and do the same thing with a little short bow. He pulls it back and he shoots it straight into the corpse of the one that John just murdered. John, Fisting
Hey.
gets murdered. And then he runs away and also tries to hide. 18. So maybe he managed to hide better behind that table. Ariane
Just looks at
Willits.
his boss in disgust.
Indeed.
Boss, get your butt down!
Ariane Wynn, what are you up to?
I don't really know. We kind of got ourselves bottlenecked in here.
You do. It's lucky that they don't have any AoE attacks. Or do they?
How much would it take for me to get past people?
It's just an extra 5 feet. I would say you can. It's mocap and fisting. They're only small. You can get through just with an extra 5 feet past them. So not 5 feet each, but 5 feet for both.
It. Because I can't get anyone from here, but I also don't want to run in either. Okay, if I moved my way forward and got to like here, can I see the guy?
What's your
the guy on the
passive?
table thing?
You might be able to see this guy if your passive is 12 or greater.
Perception 13.
Yep, you can see this guy, his butt sticking out from behind the table.
Okay, in that case, bear with me, get my sheet up. I guess I will try and sorry, I firebolt the guy on the table. Oh, maybe I don't, because that was a 10.
A 10. It smashes into the table. The table is getting pretty destroyed at this point after getting Eldritch blasted and then firebolted. Anything else you would like to do?
I'd like to press myself up against the wall as much as possible in case anyone wants to get past me.
Excellent. You press yourself against the wall. Mocab, it's your turn.
Right.
10, 15, 20, 25. See if I go any further than that. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Here, yeah. No, fuck it. Here. Mocap's gonna step up to there and he is gonna hold up his shield and he's gonna start swinging his sword round in some crazy figure of 8 pattern. Like, you know how those crazy people do sword skills, like with nunchucks. He's doing that with his sword and he is taking the dodge action.
Sweet.
Come and get me! If you think you're hard enough.
The goblins are going to think they are hard enough, and at disadvantage. Oh, and that one, and
Ha!
a 19.
Oh,
Ow!
That's gonna be 5 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
As you're sort of swinging that sword wildly, the bolt just manages to go straight into your arm, your sword arm, and just be like, ah! They were aiming at the sword and managed to get through.
Mocap is going to look at his arm and go,
Ah, that fucking hurts!
Indeed. Because they can't really run anywhere else, they're just going to stay where they are. They're not hidden. But they're out of the way at least. Dusk, it's your go. What are you doing?
I'm trying to think outside the box here.
Is that thinking outside the box that was appearing on the screen?
What was appearing on screen?
That's my box. Don't worry.
I was like, oh, was there a box? I missed the box on screen.
Here's a box.
Okay. Okay. This is down to you if you let me do a couple of things here. Number one, I want to pull one of my teeth out.
Okay.
Ooh.
And because I can, as an action, I can. It is a whole action though. Oh no, sorry, it's as a bonus action. I can harmlessly remove a lock of my hair, one of my nails, or one of my teeth, imbue it with magic, and then I can telepathically message people who are holding it.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that as my bonus action. So I'm going to pull one of my teeth out. And yeah, it's now a little token. And then I'm going to use my once a day disguise self
Okay.
to make myself look like the tiefling that was strung up
Okay.
on the
So you're a pink tiefling.
yeah. But can I, for just a little bit of flavour, can I make myself look like I'm dead, like that tiefling looked like?
Sure.
Amazing.
You look like a dead stuffed tiefling.
Fantastic. And then I'm going to move, but as I'm like moving, I'm like gonna signal to people that it's me. I'm not the creature come back to life. It is me.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You can. Where are you moving to?
The corridor. Go away buttons. Like, how'd you do that thing? How'd you make it move? How'd you get it to change directions?
Alternate click.
Oh, I'm on a laptop. I can't alternate click. Goddamn.
If you go 20 to there, and then can you see Max?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go to?
Oh yeah, 30.
30.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you.
Then you will have to use 5 foot of movement to get through us as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. So how many would that be? Where can I get to?
I'll say you can get
So-
there. I'm not too worried.
25 foot.
Yeah.
If it's 5 foot of movement to get through, your movement speed becomes 25 foot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Amazing. Yeah.
Fiston's only small. You can manage it.
Fantastic.
It's just a baby.
But yeah, so everyone that's kind of walked past, I'm like winky wink, like it's me, guys. It's not not a bad guy.
Are you giving your tooth to anyone, or are you just holding on to that?
The plan is to give it to one of the goblins to try and convince them of something.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah.
So that's your turn.
Yeah.
Seeing that, one of these goblins is going to open this gate, close it, and start running off. And he ain't gonna bugger off. And then the other one, seeing creepy lady, is gonna go,
Oh fuck! It's come over here.
and is gonna try and shoot you. Because screw
Hit.
the creepy lady. 14 to hit.
Yeah, meets it beats.
Meets it, beats it. Take 3 points of piercing damage.
No.
Well, you must.
Yeah.
So you take 3 points of piercing damage as this arrow just grazes your thigh. Not in the fun way. And that's the goblin's turn because the other one has run away. Iris, you're up.
Ooh, how far down this little tunnel can I get? I was trying to figure it out, but I'm on a tablet, so I can't really work my little line very well.
I would say you can get to where this dead gobbo is. I'm going to move him.
Perfect.
He can just go there for now.
Oh,
So I
there we
reckon
go.
you can
Ooh,
get to that
there we go.
square.
Amazing. I'm going to stand there and I'm going to cast grease over these goblins. Nope. It's a 10-foot square. Where do I want it? Maybe. Oh, nope. Nope. Like, nope. I want it centering on this goblin. Oh gosh, the goblin. Yeah.
Or, do you want it there or like there?
Yeah, there. So it's over those two goblins.
Cool. So they are greasy-fired. What's going to happen to them?
Let me get it up. Covers a 10-foot square. The grease covers a 10-foot square on a point within range. Turns it into difficult terrain for the duration. And each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Is that on their turn or when it's cast?
When the grease appears, each creature standing in it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall
Excellent.
prone. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
So
Which,
how does this look when you cast this spell?
when I cast it, I kind of wipe my fingers across my palm, and then it kind of like almost like I'm scooping out butter, and I throw it across on the ground.
So as this butter hits the ground, it spreads
Yeah.
out over the cave floor, and these goblins just look at it and then look at you and don't really think about it because they're confused by this skin butter that has been thrown at them. And then both of them just go to take a step and slip and fall on their asses.
Yes.
As they both fall prone in the skin butter.
Skin butter.
That's what it's being referred to as now. Skin butter. Excellent. Anything else on your turn?
I think that is it. Let me have bonus action. Nope, that's all. Yep, that's me done.
Excellent. It's the goblin's turn. He is going.
Dead.
He is going to.
That's the dead one.
You know what? He's gonna stay on the floor, but he's gonna shoot from the floor.
He's dead.
No. There was two of them on that initiative.
Oh, okay, cool,
It's
cool.
only this one who's alive now.
Yeah, no, that's cool. My bad. Sorry.
No, it's all good. He is gonna try and shoot from the floor. Yeah, he's gonna shoot at Mocap. Mocap's in the lead. Oh, he's at disadvantage if he shoots at Mocap, but Mocap's in the lead.
He would have been at disadvantage anyway, shooting from the floor.
This is true. He gets a 9. He does fuck all.
Mocap slices his arrow in half with his winning sword.
We love that. Let me just check. Doopy-doo. Is he gonna do anything else? Oh, he can get up and move. So he's gonna use half his movement to get up, and then he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. He's gonna start moving towards the exit and try and hold down the exit.
Does grease class as difficult terrain?
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah.
So he's only.
And did he start his turn in it as well? He has to make another deck. Oh.
He would have been. He was already prone, so.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
he can't be extra prone.
More
but
prone.
It is difficult terrain, so he's only going to move 1 square. Fuck his life. Yeah, that's him done. Fistin, what are you doing?
Okay. Fiston is going to struggle to get through that. So although he wants to move through there. How far can I get through those people? Can I get up to behind mocap? I've got
You know what? You're small enough to fit through
15.
the squares at the top, so I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. I will do that then. Come up behind mocap, and seeing that one has already escaped through that gate, and hearing what the captain said about getting more, and one other one trying to escape, I am just going to. It's hard to say because my camera's not on, but he's gonna draw both hands up in front of him and pull, sort of palm to palm, and draw them out to his outsides, and as he does, 3 little flames start to glow: a red, a green, and a purple. And you could swear you're seeing a face in them before he winks at them and sends off a magic missile. I'm going to target this one.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Do I have to call them all before I roll the damages?
Technically, yes.
Okay, I'm going to fire 2 at this one then, and I'm going to hit this one with 1 as well. I'm going to try. So they are 1d4. I'll just roll all 3 of them. Okay, so 3 plus 1, I think.
Yep.
Where is it? Spell. Why have I not got that
It's
one open?
1d4 plus
There.
1 for each hit.
So that's 3. So that's 4 points of damage on the one that's up and trying to run away. Plus another 3 points of damage, so 7 points of damage on that one.
You kill
And
him.
then, ooh, cool. And then the other one takes 2 points of damage,
Ooh.
which was this one.
Yeah. Ow.
With his bonus action, he's going to do nothing.
Excellent. That is Mocap's turn? Fiston's turn. And now it's the Goblin Boss and Goblin Boss's friend. Goblin's Boss's friend is going to... You know what? They're going to hold their action to shoot whoever comes into the room. The Goblin Boss is going to take a bonus action to hide. He still gets a shit hide. And the other guy is going to use his bonus action to hide and get an 11. So that's going to do bugger all for them. But they're going to hold their action to shoot whoever comes in the room because they can't. I'm going to say they can't quite get a clean shot on Mocap yet. Arianwin, it's your turn.
It's going to be me, isn't it? I'm going to be in the room.
I don't think you are. There is a lot ahead of you.
How far can I get?
Oh no, you've got. I mean, that's 20 feet. I'll say you can just squeeze past a square beyond Mocap if you want.
So, like.
Yeah,
there?
I would say that's probably your limit.
I'll go there. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
I was going to say, I love how we're all squashed in this corridor. Like, oh, yeah, screw it. Yeah, my turn. Coming through.
I literally, like, each turn, each
like
6 seconds or 5 seconds, they're climbing over each other.
Yep, they're going to see you and shoot at you, but you've seen both of them, so it's fine. It's got a 14 to hit. And...
no.
This conga line of...
A 15 to hit.
I don't... Oh, hang on, let me...
No, I don't think it does.
No.
You've got a 16. Damn you. You managed to sort of duck under both of the shots as they go flying past.
I know what I want to do to them, but I don't think I'll fit. I don't think I can reach them. Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry. I've keep closing the tab and then having to go through it all again. Sorry. Loading.
You know, you can double click on the tab to minimize it and maximize it. Yeah.
No, but I keep closing it like a plonker.
Yeah.
The classic.
No, I can't reach them with a 15-foot cone, can I? Because they're like around a corner anyway. Yeah, I'll just shoot at the other guy that's on the one, not the boss.
Oh, the other dude next to the boss.
Yes. Oh my god, where the
Mr. Mocap was showing you that you can in fact hit them with your 15-foot cone.
The boss is like round a corner though, so it's not gonna.
I'd say
I think
that
there's
hits.
wall protecting him.
I mean, magic is magic.
It also depends on what it is, because I don't think you could hide around the corner from a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Well, but I don't know. The flames. Sure. I mean, I don't mind arguing. If you guys want to allow it, I'll do it.
I'll allow it. I'll give him +2 to his saving throw because there is a lot of cover there. But that's all I will do.
Okay. Dex save of 14.
Let's see how they get on. Oh, the goblin saves. Let's see how boss saves. No, he can't roll for shit.
Okay. Buttons.
Buttons.
Oh my god, the buttons.
You sound like not.
Okay, it wasn't very big. It wasn't very big
7
damage. That was
points.
pretty poop damage, to be
that
fair.
was lucky. That was lucky for me. But the goblin boss took a hit. Not good for him. Anything else?
I think both times I've tried to do Burning Hands so far, it's not rolled high at all. No.
Excellent. Mocap, it's your turn.
Right.
I'm tempted to fated strike this boss. Because I feel like... I'm going to boom in blade him.
Fair.
I'm just going to boom in blade.
As you do, he grabs the other goblin and pulls him in front, swapping the target with his reaction.
No. He used his reaction because he held his action.
Oh no, you are correct.
Yes.
My bad. You get to do that on him.
Ah, nice try.
I'm gonna boom in blade +6. 21.
Oh yeah, that
15 on the dice. Nice. And that's... what's that? Oh, I do my normal damage dice, don't I? I'm using a longsword. So that's 3 + 4, 7 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And then I'm going to bonus action. Take a step back here. And then go,
Come on, man. Come out that corner so you got a bit of space to swing your arms. Come at me, you little prick.
Fair.
And that ends my turn.
Excellent. It's a different goblin's turn. It's the goblins over here. And they're going to shoot at Mocap.
Forget about those guys because I had my thing zoomed in.
They're both going to shoot at Mocap. Oh, natural 20 on the first one.
Oh no.
Mocap takes 10 points of piercing damage.
Ah, lights. Slowly. Fade in.
as Mocab drops to the floor, and then in his last sort of breath of consciousness, he lifts up his hand and flips the goblin off that just shot him.
Excellent. This bolt, this arrow just goes through your torso, dropping you to the floor. The other second goblin, seeing you fall, is going to shoot at Arianwin, being the next nearest person, and gets a 23.
Son of a gun.
Son of a gun, indeed. 6 points of piercing damage on Arianwin.
Okay.
This is
Oh, I can't
getting
remember how to do this.
painful.
Yeah, I'm not looking good, guys.
Uh-oh.
Dusk.
And this was a nice suit as well.
These goblins are rolling well.
It's about time.
Okay. I go
Oh, excuse me.
right. And then that's 20, 25, 30. Does anyone have health potions? Because I don't have anything.
Mm. No.
Like 0 healing.
I think above table, I think best thing we can do is someone try and drag him back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna begrudgingly put myself in the line of fire here. But I am going to point at the goblin boss and the other goblin, and as menacingly as I can, in a lovely, horrible, demonic voice, be like, you have angered the old gods, and we demand a sacrifice. It can either be you or you give me the key, and I will take all of the innocents in the cage down there. And hopefully he throws me the key.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Okie dokie. Oh, okay, hang on, what's my modifier? It's not a fantastic roll. Hold on. What can I add to this? Intimidation. Okay. It's a 14.
A 14. Okay, let's see what his insight is like. Absolutely shocking. So, with that 14, he looks at you, and he's pretty injured at this point, and he looks around at his 2 dead goblins, and he sees Mocab on the floor, and he's like, we can probably take him at this point. And he's like, and then he looks scared about what you've just said. He's not sure, but you are also a freaky, stuffed tiefling lady at this point. So he takes a key from his pocket and he chucks it towards you, and says,
Fuck off then. Leave me alone.
Yeah, can I pick up the key?
yeah.
Okay. Excellent, I'll pick up the key and growl at him.
He cowers behind the table,
Fantastic.
afeared of the large pink scary lady.
Amazing. I don't have any more movement left though, so I'm just going to stand there.
Have you got a bonus action? You've used your action, but have you got bonus action?
No. I can hex him.
Oh, it's such a shame. You could have,
No. Yeah, I think I have to use an action to do that.
Hex is a bonus action.
Yeah, because it's part of a racial. It's a racial trait, so I think I have to use it.
Fair.
As an action.
That's weird.
Mm.
It'd be so nice if someone had healing word right now.
I have cure wounds, but I have 0 spell slots left. I'm literally just using my once a day allowed things.
Excellent. This last goblin is going to try and stand up from prone. He is then going to, looking towards everyone, seeing Arianwen is weak. He is going to shoot at Arianwen. Oh no, it's not a disadvantage. And he gets a 10. She manages to dodge. And he's going to move 1 step. Because that's all he can do. And then it's Iris's turn.
Okie dokie. I'm going to. Can I get through here and stand in front of the goblin and the goblin boss?
Yeah, you can do that.
And I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
You may indeed. Constitution save?
Where is it? Yes.
Excellent. The goblin boss gets an 11 and fails miserably because he can't roll for
Yes.
shit. And the other one gets a
14.
14.
Oh, yeah, that's 14, so it beats it.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's probably
so
still going to
damage.
kill him.
Oh man, that's so lousy! Not a 3!
3 total.
Yes.
Oh my lord. You needed a whopping 7 to kill both of them. But as it is, they're both still up. Anything else from Iris?
Does the goblin leader get like knocked back 10 feet
Oh,
or
yeah,
as far
they
as he
do.
can go? And
Oh, it is 10 feet, isn't it?
yeah. Let me
I
read it.
tell you right. Tell you what, the goblin leader would have gone back 10 feet. The other one wouldn't. He
Yeah.
can't go back 10 feet, so he's going to hit the wall. You may roll a d4 of damage.
Ooh, D4.
You want a 4.
Roll. Yeah. 4.
As this explodes into him, he's sent reeling back into the wall, and you just see him strike it. And as he falls down, blood pours onto the wall where he struck his head, and he is killed unceremoniously by this spell. We love
Woo.
that. It is now.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Indeed.
It is now the goblin's turn. Except the goblins here are dead, so they won't be taking a turn. Fistin, it's your go.
Okay, Fistin is not going to do what he was going to do at the start of that, because he would probably take out the rest of our party, because everyone is grouped together. I was going to go in there and I was going to earth tremor the bastards, but
Ooh.
okay. That one's danger close. That one's getting away. The other 2 are behind tables. I'm going to bravely hood down, rush in. As in 5, I can squeeze through there, hopefully. 10,
Yeah.
15,
I will say
20,
this
and
guy up here looks very, very done. He looks like
Yep.
he's just clinging to life.
And once again, I'm going to summon those 3 soul-like embers between my hands, and I'm going to launch one at that guy at the top. Ping. Another one, and another one at this guy. And yeah, probably another one at that guy.
Okie doke.
In fact, no, I'm going to make sure this one goes down.
No, he is barely clinging to life.
Okay. So then I'm going to 1 at that guy and then 2 at the guy trying to get out the gate.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, both threes. So 4 points of damage to, 8 points of damage to the one on the other guy. I didn't roll the other one against the first
kill
one.
both of them.
And then 2 points of damage on the one that hits this guy.
He did.
Cool. And then I am gonna look to the others and go,
No, Mocap, no, quick, get him out,
Arianwen, what do you do?
Is this table still up, Chris?
Yes, it is there.
Can I try and cower behind it as a bonus action?
Sure.
That's a 15 plus. Where's it gone? Character sheet. Oh, it's on the other side. Let's see. So 18 to hide.
In the momentary distraction where these bolts have gone off, you successfully lose you successfully manage to make them lose sight of you.
And the others are going to see me starting to ready my hands for my next turn to start casting some spells from this cover.
Arianwin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stay here because we've kind of got like a nice surrounding of poor dead Mocap. I'm just gonna try and firebolt this guy.
Sweet.
Well, no, I don't. It's a 2
It's a
plus
2.
whatever, but it won't
That
hit.
misses. Anything
Well,
else
I
on your
haven't
turn?
ever hit anything with firebolt yet.
I don't know. Why did my boss characters always roll like trash? Excellent. Mocap, as you are lying, bleeding out, what do you remember in this moment?
Food.
What food
All
in
the things I
particular?
could be eating.
All of the things
Lamb.
that you'll never get to eat again.
Yeah.
How sad. Death saving
Oh,
throw.
shit me! Yes! 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 Isn't a death save a skill check?
It is.
Can
Ooh.
I epic feat that and natural 20 it?
Is a death save a skill check?
The
No,
skill
it's
is
a
not
saving
dying.
throw.
Bollocks! Yes, it is. It's in the name, innit? Death
Yeah.
save. Fuck.
I had
Yeah.
to think about that for a sec because I knew it was
Balls.
something that applies.
Balls.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Nuts.
You get it.
No. How do you play this as a DM? Is the person flat out consciousness, or am I drifting in and out of consciousness? Can I play with this?
I rule it that you have a certain amount of leeway with what you can do. You can't move or anything, obviously. You are.
Can I talk?
I would say you can make a small amount of conversation. Yes.
Awesome.
Ah, it hurts so much. Dusk, is that you? Hold me close, please.
Just pat him on the head.
I'm going to roll my death saving throw, and then I'm going to privately message you the result, Chris, to keep the tension.
Oh, I like that.
I also like that.
And Mocap is going to... and a bit of dark, almost black blood coughs out and dribbles down his chin.
Oh dear.
And that's Mocap's turn.
It is the goblins' go. It is these gobbos. So there's 2 of those. They can clearly. Oh no, they can't see fisting. Right. We will roll a d6. 1, 2 is Iris. 3, 4 is Dusk. 5, 6 is Arianwin. So first one is Dusk. Second one is Iris.
Oop.
Let's see how they get on. Come on, Gobbo. Natural 20 on Dusk.
Oh.
11 points of damage.
Oh, you did. I'm on. Oh no, I'm. Please don't hit me again.
The second one is a 9 on Iris.
Whew. Close.
Excellent.
Well, no, not close.
It's only like 10 in the morning. We're all nearly dead.
Dusk, it is your go.
Can I give bardic inspiration to someone making death saves?
As far as I know, yes.
I think it will be in the wording of bardic inspiration if it
It
says
says
something about
saving
seeing or
throw.
hearing. No,
It
to who
says,
you can bestow it on.
yeah. Did you say you use a bonus action on your turn to choose one creature other than yourself within 60 feet of you who can hear you?
So it's Chris's
Yeah.
call as to whether I am lucid enough to be able to hear it.
I'm going to say yes, because I see no issue with that. I don't think it's game breaking. I don't think it's against the spirit of the rule. And I think it's cool that you are literally trying to get your friend up by singing to them.
And if you want to fluff it, you just give him a kiss on the cheek, and that will inspire him beyond any belief.
As this straw-filled dead tiefling.
Yeah, I still have disguise self on, don't I?
I will remind everyone as well that a medicine check of 10 stabilizes someone.
Yeah, I was gonna, because bardic is a bonus action, so I was gonna ask to do a medicine check. But essentially, I'm gonna, like, as he's mumbling on the floor, just like pat him on the head and whip out a poster. And be like, oh, just place it on his chest. Start dragging him off down the corridor.
You may roll a medicine check. I'm half tempted for that RP for it to be at disadvantage, but I'm not quite that harsh. You may roll your medicine check.
Okay.
You'd move at half speed, so yeah, that's probably about as far as you can get.
Oh, it was a 9.
A 9. Do you not add anything?
Yeah, that is with adding.
Oh.
I got a 6 and I got
yes,
a +3.
Sadly, patting him on the head is not enough to stem the flow of blood.
Yeah. But you do have a bardic on your next death save, so you can add a +D6.
D6, cool.
Iris, it's your go.
Okie dokie. I'm going to walk up to the edge of the. Oh, actually, yes, I'm going to walk up there. And actually, hang on, how far is that? I'm going to throw a chromatic. Oh, go on. Chromatic. Oh, 35 feet. So that's. Where is that? Yes, that's 90 feet. I'm going to throw a chromatic orb at one of these goblins.
Do it.
Oh, the top one. That's what.
Excellent.
Which one looks more injured?
They both look very healthy.
Cool. Okay, the top one then. Okay, I'm gonna. Right, here we go. And it's gonna be a fiery one. Oh gosh, that was awful. That's a 10 to hit.
It hits the bed in front of them that they're hiding behind. The bed starts to catch on fire.
Dang it. Okay. Yeah. That's me. I'm gonna actually take how many? A couple of steps back. And yeah, that's me.
Fistin, it's your go.
Okay. As Iris leaves, I'm just going to I'm not good at this voice yet, practicing, but under my breath, be like, small, miss small, and I'm going to try and firebolt one out the side of the table. At advantage, because I'm hidden, right?
Yes.
A 22 to hit.
That will hit.
That's nice.
Same roll, Chris. It's the same roll to attack. Can I change it for thematics to a chill touch?
For thematics,
I've already said it. I'm going to do it.
For thematics, I don't mind. Because it is
I
literally
already said
the same thing.
I'm going to do it. 7 points of fire damage.
You burn him to a crisp.
And then I'm going to start using my movement to back off. 5, 10, 15, 20 to get to try and go. In fact, no, I'm looking quite healthy. I'm just going to stay at the edge of this table. Don't think I'm going to be able to hide in the same place twice.
No. Ariamwin, it's your go.
I'm going to stay out there.
I imagine I can't try and help with a medicine check if he's being dragged away at the same
No,
time.
you can help as long as you can get to him.
Okay. My bonus isn't as good, but I will attempt to assist with a medicine check. 8. No, 9 again.
9. Not enough. Uh-oh. It is Mocab's turn. Let's hope he didn't roll a natural 1 last time. What is Mocab remembering in his last moments? What's he thinking about?
Muted. Oh, 2 seconds.
Dramatic.
Oh no.
Sorry, my phone rang.
It hurts. But I have so much chicken to eat.
That's my turn.
Goblin's turn. Goblin is going to fire a shot at Fistin, because Fistin is the closest that is there. 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah, hits.
I keep getting lucky. 7 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
And it's also going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready to try and run out the gate. Dusk.
Yeah, I'll keep moving and then try another medicine check. If that is okay.
Yep.
I'll try actually staunching wounds or something rather than just patting people on the head.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Oh no. That's an 8.
God, what's going on?
Why are my rolls so shit? I'm so sorry.
Iris, it's your go.
Okay, I'm going to run up and see if I can help and do a medicine check. Can I scooch in there?
Yeah, that's fine.
I love that
Okay.
now we're just like three of us gathered around, just like patting him and trying to figure out how the hell to do a medicine check, but we don't really know what we're doing. So it's just like that cat at the space station, just hitting all the buttons. Like,
While you guys are all like touching Mocab, would this be a good time to say that I rolled a natural 20 on the death save? I'm joking. I'm joking.
No.
I'm joking.
Oh, fuck you, Ricky.
I rolled a 5.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I had
we're
+3 in
so
medicine.
bad at this.
Excellent. Fistin, it's your go.
Seeing that he is retreating and having taken a wound myself and seeing that everyone else is getting down the tunnel, I will try and force my way through. Can I fit in this little space to try and do a medicine check as well?
Because you're a tiny bean, I will say yes.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to quickly search his pockets for any scrap bits of meat, stick it in the side of his cheek, and I'm going to try and medicine check this guy. 8.
Oh my god!
Right, so there is a 55% chance of rolling above a 10 or above. Just on the die. There's a 55% chance. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row of a 45% chance.
The dice hate us.
Insane. And it's Ariamwin's turn.
Come on.
Yeah, screw it. Let's try it again.
Come on.
I'm gonna do it with
A
The
death
roll
save
20 dice this
dice.
time. Maybe it'll save us. No, no.
Can I assist Ariane Wynn in this moment, even though she doesn't need it, by offering her one of Mocap's potatoes and say,
Think about all the food he's got to eat.
And with an 18, Mocap stabilizes.
Okay, roll 20 is the way to go for dice rolls tonight.
Apparently, because I've been rolling like mad. I've got 2 natural 20s. Excellent. That's Ariane Wynn's turn. Mocap, you are stable. But do me a favor. Roll that third one anyway.
I did.
What was it? Oh,
Sent it. I know.
That would have been fun. And no one else knows.
I feel like that would have been 2 campaigns now that Ricky's died in like the second session.
God.
That's what happens when you play low intelligence characters.
I don't even think that was the low intelligence. This goblin is going to run off on its turn. And unless anyone is going to run after it, we will come out of initiative.
Sweet.
I will drop disguise self.
Excellent. Good choices.
Yep.
Okay, should we get the key and get the villagers and get out of here?
Oh yeah, I have the key.
Excellent.
Well, you can do that, but I'm gonna help Mocap to the exit.
And then
Also
I'll
a bit
like try and scoop Mocap around, like get an arm around the shoulder and just try and drag him as best I can in his limp form. And I will start to make my way to the exit.
Sweet. What is
I would
everyone
like
else?
to on my way out.
Yeah.
Well, if there's enough time while waiting for the others, and if I can drag Mocap that distance,
Yeah, you can. It would happen.
cool.
Oh.
I'd like to. Oh, I have no pay. Why do I have no ink and stuff? I'm sure I got that as part of my stuff.
What background did you take?
Where is it? I took the Lawhold student.
I don't know what the things are for that, but I will just say you can have some basic bits.
Cool. I would like to sort of prop him up against the back of this statue, and I will. Oh, come on, right thing. And I will study this door in all its intricacy and start sketching down whatever I can see on it.
Yeah. Roll me a history check.
Come on, medicine failing dice. Don't fail me now. History. 8. 2 on the
8.
dice.
You don't even recognize language elements on here. You're sort of looking at it and it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen or read before.
But can I make out their characters of
They
some
don't-
description?
The characters are strange. There
Say
is
like
some resemblance to characters that you're aware of, but they are strange and unusual. You may make a copy of some of them, although I would have you make a straight intelligence roll to decide how well you copy them.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, in my head I'm like, if I walked into the pyramids, I would have no idea what hieroglyphics meant, but I'd see them kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's better, but not great. 8 on the dice for straight intelligence roll. 12.
12. You make a okay sort of collection of these symbols. You may note down archaic symbols as in your inventory.
Okie dokie. Brilliant. Thank you.
Dusk, what are you doing?
I am gonna unlock the cell.
You unlock the cell. As you unlock it, several farmers, men and women, start pushing past you and saying thank you, and sort of making their way out as quickly as possible. There are 2 small children in here, one male and one female. The male looks absolutely haunted, and the female
Oh.
looks scared as well. The male literally looks like he's seen death. And in one
Heck.
corner of the room, you also see remains, a skeleton that appears to have something clutched in its hand.
Oh, well, can I go investigate that? Tell the kids to get out.
Yep, the farmers will sort of let shepherd the kids out along with you, and then you want to investigate the skeleton. As you look at its hand, you see what looks like the chain of a necklace, um, a sort of a diamond necklace with it's a black chain with a gold clasp and then a diamond hanging from it.
Oh. Does it appear magical in any way? Like, does it look cursed or?
Does it look cursed? Do you have any way to check?
There's like a skull and crossbones on it.
Just staring at it. See any way I can check.
If staring at it is the only way that you can check, then the answer is no. It looks like a nice diamond necklace.
Fab. Well, I'll just take that.
If none of these peasants took a diamond necklace that belonged to the skeleton, probably good reason.
No, I mean, if she hasn't asked any of them.
Very true. Does it look like pretty gothic? Like
Yeah,
you know,
this
like
is
maybe
like
like a rock star would wear it. You know.
exactly. This is gothcore.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah. Are you putting it on, or are you just taking it?
I'm gonna take it because I am still mildly concerned it might be cursed.
You pick it up and nothing happens. It seems all good.
I'm still just gonna hold on to it for now until I can find like a wizard who may be able to. And we have a few of those around. Like,
Fair.
yeah. Is there anything else in there, or is it just?
The skeleton that you have sort of pulled this from, there are various other elements around it. There are a couple of other skeletons in the room. They all look. Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. And that is. Oh, there's my character sheet gone. Investigation. That is a 13.
13. Yeah, I mean, you have a quick look. These are fairly fresh corpses. I say skeleton, they're decayed enough to have lost flesh, but they aren't as horribly old as sort of having been there for years and years and years. This is probably sort of a couple of months or something. And looking at the clothes and items around them, you sort of surmise that they were probably bandits or something along those lines.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna walk away then.
Fair enough.
Yeah, nothing there. Nothing of interest. I got my necklace. I'm good. Gonna walk out.
Anyone else doing anything?
I'm going to head out as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make my way.
Make 'em away.
Could I also, once finished sketching what I can of the symbols on the door, come round and see if there are any distinguishing features or nameplates or any sort of anything symbolic on this statue thing that I pinged the head of with Mage Hand earlier on?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Better. 15 on the dice for 21.
21. Okay. You have a good hard look around this statue, and as you do, you notice that it's not a solid piece. It's not like carved solid piece of metal. The joints actually look like they are movable, like they could bend at the arms, at the legs. In fact, it looks like more, almost like a suit of armor rather than a statue when you sort of look at it in more detail. But way too big, and you manage to look inside some of these joints, and you can see that there is something inside, not something as in a creature of sorts, but sort of metallic ropes and gears that are on the inside of this thing, and you sort of surmise that perhaps this could move if given power.
Okie dokie. Good to know. Thank you very much.
And if no one else is doing anything in here, you can start making your escape. Let me...
Final Fantasy player and me want to go and check every corner of this cave, but Mocab's unconscious and the rest of us are weary, so...
That's all
yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
Just to remind everyone, we are currently over here. Can't remember which button does it, so I'm going to press all of them. That one's the one that does it. So we're over here where that cave is, and you start making your way back towards town with this group of about 12 people, including the two young kids. You start making your way back towards the town. With the kids in tow, it's not a particularly quick walk. And as you're going, you remember, especially while carrying Mocab, you remember that the boss called for backup.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to dawn on you that that backup might be coming.
Oh.
Could I have some perception checks?
Yep.
Perception.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh,
Woo!
nice. The rolls are getting better now. Like,
Yeah, but it's
that
like
was,
not on something useful like a attack.
that was 14 with a 0 modifier.
Nice. A
These are getting
15
better.
with dust.
16.
16.
Yeah.
Getting some good rolls on this.
Roll 20 is the way for me, I think. My dice is shit.
I got a 0 because I'm looking at the inside of my eyelids.
As this happens, with a nat 20, you're going to get both the good pieces of information. From the cave, you see about 20, maybe even more goblins making a run for you.
Oh my gosh.
They are angry. But in the other direction, from the road, from down here, you see a carriage. And because this is Arianwin, you recognize this carriage. This is his carriage.
About time.
For thematics as we're going, because Firebolt has 120-foot range, and just like trying to shuffle off with Mocap and then flinging stray firebolts at this hood that's chasing us down as we try and get away. Missing all of them, but just like
They're just sort of like smashing in the dirt ahead of it. Ariamwin, do you do anything?
I'm just gonna try and hurry the kids on ahead. Like shoo them.
Nobody calls out to the car?
Oh yeah. I'll just like play. I start banging on my drums. Like, hey, over here!
yeah, I didn't see that, did I?
What did you
Just
roll?
Ariamwin. 15, I believe.
Oh yeah, do we see it? That's the point.
I mean, Ariamwin's definitely spotted it. Yeah, if you rolled over a 15 or higher, you would have seen the carriage in the distance.
I'll maybe try and do like a really loud whistle, which I can't do in real life, so just pretend that you hear a whistle.
Yes.
Just shout whistle really loud.
Whistle!
As you are making this run, this carriage turns towards you, and you see a man hop out from it. He's wearing a green. Oh, this is the point where I go, oh no, I haven't got my copy of this anywhere. He's wearing a green waistcoat, and is he here? No, he's not. Dang. Green waistcoat and sort of like a purple. Oh no, it's a purple undershirt and a green, green shirt. And he is this elven man with sort of this long silver hair that's tinted blue towards the bottom. And you see him, and he looks towards you with a level of confidence, and he just starts striding past the party as you're running towards his carriage. And he looks towards the goblins, and he lets them get a little bit closer, and then fires off a giant fireball.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed. Let me remind myself how much damage fireball is, so that I can accurately tell you how much damage this dude just does. 8d6, and it's 1d6 for each level above. So 8d6 becomes, because he would have cast this at 6th level, so
Ooh.
9, 10, 11. Is that right? 11 d6. Let's see how he does. Oh, only 35 points of damage. We rolled 3 ones in there, so he's going to re-roll those.
Oof.
So let's just
Casually
roll.
reroll.
Yeah, casually re-roll that. So the 35 goes up to, oh, beautiful, 45 points of damage to this horde that is chasing him, and they are incinerated instantly. And he turns to all of you and he says, "Well, hello. Ariamwin's friends, I take it."
Where the hell have you been?
Darling, you know exactly where I've been. I've been away. What is all this?
In that time, I've had to go and rescue your townspeople from a goblin cave and been dabbed and look, there's blood all over my shirt. And this was a really nice white shirt, and this is never going to come out.
Darling, it's not like you pay for that. That was on me. I bought that for you, so it's fine. We will get
Are you
you
going
another
to buy
one.
me a new one? Okay.
Yes, of course, darling. You actually left the house and did something productive?
Well, somebody had to.
Oh, well, this makes a wonderful change. Your friend there looks a bit dead.
I hold
He says,
Mocap's hand up and I say,
We're not with them, honestly.
It's quite all right.
They're good goblins.
Yes, you were running together, so I assumed. Would he like a health potion or something?
Yes, please.
He turns and he signals to the carriage and goes, Giles, could you toss me one? And this sort of man in a traditional sort of butler garb, he's sort of got a grey, a short grey beard and sort of white hair, sort of short white hair. He pulls from his breast pocket a potion and tosses it over, and Viridian just catches it. This elf just catches it in his hand without even looking, and sort of offers it to Fistin for Mocap.
I mean, you may regret this, but
Fistin looks at them, and with feeling like the sense of danger is over, the corner of his mouth curls up into a little bit of a mischievous smile, and he looks at this gentleman and Arianwyn and Iris, not so much at dusk, but looks at the others, and he says,
No. It could be really funny. Why don't one of you bring him round? He'll love that.
Sure. What? Oh, yeah, sure. I'll take the health potion.
knowing full well that he is not a fan of humies and not a fan of biggies.
we're not humans, darling. Check the ears.
But you look like humans to Fistin. You are not green.
I will pour the health potion into Mocap's mouth.
Oh, well, Mocap was going to pretend to play dead, but I just rolled a nat 1 on deception.
Ah, fuck. My head. What happened? Who the fuck are you?
It's
Mocap.
I think he's lost his memory.
He's one of the biggies that helped you. But why would a biggie do that? Did we win?
Mocap sits bolt upright.
I'll gesture to the pile of smouldering remains behind us.
Right.
How much health did Mocap get back?
You would have got 10.
10. Sweet. Mocap is going to produce some food from his bag and start mooching on some food. He is going to walk off. He's not going to say thank you. I do apologise. I apologise and I say thank you, but Mocap does not. And he's going to walk over to a goblin and he's going to take out his sword and he's going to chop off its head.
One.
And he's going to put it in a pile and he's going to walk up to the next one and chop that one off.
2. We need to go back inside and get the boss. Maybe we can fleece Suresh for some more gold.
The elf turns to Arianwyn and goes, Is he always like this?
So far, yes. Very food orientated.
Yes, and apparently wants to fleece Suresh.
Oh yes, he already stole some armor.
You have told him that I'm the money around here, haven't you?
No.
Oh joy. Little one. What is your name?
Who you calling little one, big ears?
Yes, very good. What's your name?
Fistin.
Well, Fistin.
That is a 12 on deception, regardless of what Fistin says there.
I mean, he has no real reason to even consider whether or not you're lying.
Well, Fiston did just say something in protest.
What did Fiston say?
I answered Mocap. Wow.
No, shush, shush.
When you say my name and then tell me to shush.
Okay. How should we put this? Why are you cutting off the heads of all of the goblins that I just killed?
Cause Suresh is gonna pay us.
Yes, Suresh would be using the money that I organise. Let's leave the goblin heads alone. We don't really need those right now.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Imagine Suresh's face when we walk into his office and drop 50 goblin heads.
Are you going to carry them all?
No, he's got a carriage.
I stand corrected. That could be quite funny. Please continue.
5.
He the elf, while Mocap continues doing that, the elf is going to come back to the rest of you and sort of say, well, I know Arianwin here, but the rest of you, I've not seen you in Riversmeet before. Who am I? Who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Hello, I'm Iris.
Hello, pleasure to meet you. And he comes up and takes your hand and sort of does a little bow towards you.
I kind of curtsy or bow, try and copy what he just did.
Harry
Very
Anwin
nice.
rolls her eyes.
He turns to Dusk.
Hi, I'm Dusk. You may know me from my musical talent on we in Thanastra. Is this Thanastra? Is it? No, is Thanastra a place in this world, Chris?
Thanastra's the whole world.
Yeah. From Thanastra's Got Talent.
I'm going to say that it is a pleasure to meet you.
Lovely. Are you a magical fellow by any chance?
Fistin slaps his head and rolls his eyes.
He turns back to Arianwin and goes, Is everyone who you've been associating with an idiot, or just the two green ones? And he turns towards Fiston
I
and goes,
found them all in a bar. What do you expect?
I give him a childful-looking scorn.
Well, he turns to Fiston and goes, I'm not sure about you yet. Who are you?
Well, my name's Fisting. I'm of the Green Hand.
I see. Now he's sensible. I like
And
that.
on that note, I turn around and I walk to the pile of bodies and where he's just scorched the earth with this massive fireball. And I take a little satchel from my belt, a little pouch, and dip my fingertips in, and I just start sprinkling what looks like seeds on the scorched earth before returning back.
Okay, so we have the lovely Iris, we have Dusk, and we have Fisting. And then whatever that one's called who is busy chopping heads.
Mocap!
Mocap. Okay. So a nice group here.
Yeah, I'll have you know, I am a landowner. I would also like to point out that Dusk doesn't usually look like that.
No, I do. This is me. I haven't. I've dropped this guy's soul.
She's green again.
Yeah.
When did you drop that? I missed that.
Back in the cave.
Oh shit.
She usually looks full of straw, horns,
pink skin. Yeah.
Well, that sounds unusual, but so does a. I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever met someone of your race before.
A goblin?
No, Dusk.
Oh.
Oh, me?
Yes, you're quite unusual.
Oh,
Some
thank
sort
you.
of half orc, perhaps?
I would
I am
say
not.
exotic.
Okay, so offended that he's called me that. I am not an orc.
No. I'm confused. Like, what race are you, dear?
Have you not heard of the Hexbloods before?
He's going to roll a Arcana check because no, that is not particularly normal. Okay, so that is, what would that be? His Arcana is pretty good. Oh nope, that is going to be a 17. So with that, he's like, memory. In the back of my mind, I think I've heard of something like that. But you are the first of your kind that I've met. It's nice to meet you. I will have to ask some questions at some point.
Can I hand him the tooth that I pulled out earlier? Oh no, I think.
You
How
didn't
long has
hand
it
it to
been?
anyone.
I think. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't get
It's
to use
probably
it.
only been about 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I just hand him the tooth. I go, because now I can talk to him directly.
He,
I go,
he,
yeah,
he
that'll be
looks at,
fun.
he looks at it, and then you talk to him, and he goes from this really like questioning look to going, I get what you're doing here, and he sort of looks at you. Can he speak back to you in your mind?
I think, so. And I actually, I think it's only one way.
Oh, it's only one way. See, now that makes it really
Yeah.
weird. So he can't respond, but he just gives you a look of like understanding. He sort of says, perhaps we should get everyone back and move to somewhere more comfortable. Dusk, Mocap, you look particularly injured, and I don't think I've ever seen Arianwin look quite so exerted in my life.
I'm literally bleeding. Don't be so condescending.
Oh, it's your own blood.
Yes.
My apologies. I thought it was someone else's. I'm not used to you having to do things.
You're the one that told me to do things.
Yes, and yet until now you have never done them. Let's everyone hop in the carriage and we can make our way back. Does that sound good?
32!
Are you done, Mocap?
But I think there was like 50 of them.
I counted 20 plus of some description.
Alright then.
32 sounds pretty good.
He's going to start loading them into the carriage.
The butler is looking at you and he goes, please make sure that they don't leave blood on the detailing.
What was that, Jeff?
I said, please make sure they do not leave blood on the detailing.
Don't look at that bit there.
Oh dear. And he just
I think you should just go back up the front.
He sighs and just goes back to the front of the carriage.
Holding the arrow that's still sticking out of my shoulder.
Oh,
Do
no.
that little like little cartoon run where they jump in the air and they run a few steps before they start actually hitting the ground and running. Do that, and I run up to the carriage and I jump in, pull down my hood, ginger hair flaps out, and I take Taraz out and I just start stroking him.
Did you want me to look at that arrow? I maybe could try and help.
It really hurts, so I wouldn't say no.
Could I try and
You can
a
roll a
medicine
medicine
check?
check.
I'm looking at it, and it looks like it hurts.
It
Oh,
says mocap full of arrows.
18.
With an 18, you manage to pull it out and just bandage the wound quickly so that it is clean.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, by the way. Did you get my name?
Pardon?
Did you get my name?
Your name?
Uh-huh.
Yes, of course.
And it was Iris, right?
Yes. Iris, yes.
Thank you.
No, you're very welcome.
The carriage
Carriage.
makes its way back to the town without further issue, dropping off a few of the townspeople as you go. As you're arriving back in town, there is a tearful reunion between Timothy and his daughter, little Annie, this little ginger girl who runs up to her father when you arrive back at the inn and sort of jumps into his arms, crying, saying how she'd been taken by the goblins and how it had been terrible and she was so scared, and he comforts her, and Timothy turns to you and he goes, I can't help. Can't help. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. You saved my girl. Mocap, I know you want my farm,
Hello,
but
my farm.
yes, your farm. But genuinely, with everything you've done, it's as good as yours.
Very nice.
And Viridian will take you back to to the large manor where you guys picked up Arianwin the day before. So just north of town, there is this manor where Arianwin was staying the night before. Iris did not get to see this.
Oh,
Sorry.
Train of thought, the sudden scream, just brain.
I do apologise.
While you think about it, first thing we'll say to Mocap's exclamation.
yeah. We're going right up to Arianwin's castle.
Oh, it's not mine.
Well, you stay there, and you seem to answer when we called you there. I'm pretty sure it's your castle.
And I'm just like swinging my feet like a kid on a swing.
So, are you two like,
And Mocap's going to hold one hand up with the circle and the other hand up with the finger, and then going to go in and out.
are you two,
Mocap, no.
oh,
Do I understand what they're saying? I mean, I'm 15, so I guess I've
You
got an
decide
idea.
that.
Yeah, I think I understand, and I'm gonna play into it and put my hand on Mocap's shoulder and say,
is that where babies come from?
Oh, good lord.
Yes. Oh, that's why the ass is so big.
Well, lucky your children didn't go missing.
My children?
No, Ariane wings.
No,
Oh,
there are no children. There are not going to be any children. No, I'm just a house.
A housewife.
guest.
Oh,
No. Guest.
oh, a pair!
confused. I am so confused.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
You see the inn and you don't live in the inn.
no.
So, what pompous twat owns this house? If it's not you.
It's a good question. I looked to Viridian.
Viridian looks at you and goes, "You know exactly who owns this home, and it's not me either."
No, I'm letting you explain, darling.
You called him darling. There's
I
definitely
call
something going
everyone
on.
darling. Do you want to know a secret, Fiston? You don't have to
Never
remember
called
anyone's
me
names
darling.
if you just keep calling them darling.
Well, you'd never called me darling. And I start
You
looking
must
over my
be special,
shoulder to
Fistin.
somebody else completely, no one that's in the car, and say, has she? She's never called me darling, no. Look over my other shoulder. That's right, yeah, not once, no.
Well, that
So
was
how
very
do you
strange.
two know each other? How do you know each other?
I'm gonna look at Viridian.
Well, I
Pointed
guess.
look on my face.
Well, I guess my house guest is not going to explain this. How much would you like me to share with your newfound friends about our arrangement?
Oh, arrangement.
Everything you
Viridian,
like, darling,
what
because the more you say, the worse it sounds.
the more everyone teases about this, the more Viridian is just smiling and laughing.
How red is Ariane Wynn turning?
She's not
Oh, okay, cool.
embarrassed. She's more like just sort of looking at Viridian accusingly, I guess.
Cool.
Would you like me to spill the full beans then, love?
No, don't spill the beans. Beans taste far too good to be spilling. Have you got any beans? I don't think I have any.
And he's going to start upending his 11 pounds of food onto the floor.
So I'm going to take this as the carriage has just pulled up to the house, and you're doing this in like not even in the house, but just outside it, in the courtyard.
Yep.
Just spilling your food out, looking for beans. Viridian goes to the door and he goes, "Well, look, you all look absolutely exhausted. Um, it's probably like early afternoon at this point, um, and he sort of says to you all, and he goes, how about you all go and use some of the guest quarters upstairs to get yourself tidied up and changed, and then we come down in maybe, or let's say an hour, so that I've had time to sort myself out from traveling as well, and we can have a nice dinner together and talk everything out. How does that sound?"
Sounds lovely.
You had me at dinner. It's just a shame that dinner was one of the last things you said because I had to listen to everything else.
Yes, so you've got an hour to sort yourselves out. Giles and the man in the butler outfit steps forward and says, "Could you show these lovely people to some of their guest rooms in the East Wing?" And he says, "Yes, sir, no problem. Will Miss Ariane Wynn like a different room, or is her normal room fine?"
My normal room's fine.
Excellent. So Ariane will be in the west wing, and the rest of you can follow me up to the east. And he leads.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say before we get chauffeured off to our rooms, I'm gonna go Magic Man, Viridian, basically.
Hello.
Yeah.
So not you guys, the tall Magic Man.
Oh,
Oh, she's tallest.
He turns to you and he goes, yes, my exotic individual.
Kid yours.
Thank you, Mocap. Yes. I found this necklace. Before I put it on, can you just tell me if it's safe? Because I want to wear it because it looks really cool.
He sort of holds the necklace up and he looks at it and he goes, and he takes from his pocket a pearl, and he sort of holds the pearl up to his eyes and looks at it, and he says, well, this is a unusual piece you have here. I would say it has got some magical essence. As an item, this I've never seen anything quite like it. Normally, I would cast a spell, and it would give me information about this item, and it would explain everything about it. This is certainly not a cursed item. However, it seems to house some kind of power that I don't quite understand. Very unusual. Should be perfectly fine to wear. It's not going to attack you or anything, but it doesn't. How to put it? It doesn't fit in with normal magical items. It should be perfectly safe. It fits your aesthetic perfectly, I think.
Yeah, say less. And she immediately just put it on.
If you go to sort of take it, he's going to undo it and offer to put it on for you.
Oh.
Mocap is going to give him the evil eyes. Fully evil eyes right now. As he skulks off into a shadow.
Kristen is going to pipe up and just be like, watch out, you don't pull a hair out while you're doing it.
Oh, that's okay. I pull my hair out all the time.
And
like petals from a poisonous flower.
Dusk is also questioning her internally. She's not saying it out loud, but she's like, I was trying to creep him out earlier. I don't think that's gone to plan.
Viridian's pretty hard to creep out. And he pops this necklace around your neck. And you have a diamond necklace around your neck.
Yeah.
The other than being very, very goth, I will have to explain more of that later.
But I'm also going to have to go now.
Yes, I think that is going to be a perfect time for you to hop off, because you can then go upstairs and fall asleep rather than coming down for dinner.
Fantastic.
So that sounds like a good point, and then you can catch up later with everything else that goes on.
Right. Enjoy the rest of your session, guys. I'll see you later.
Nice to have you back. Have safe
journey.
travels. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Excellent. Fun for later has been set up. And the rest of you can have about an hour to get yourselves ready. What do you think you would go and do in that hour? When you are taken up to your rooms, Giles has very, very quickly, almost magically so, prepared a bath in each room. Each room is sort of well attired with a large bed that is very soft. And sort of there are some dressers set up, and if you look inside, you will find some basic clothing that would be appropriate if you wanted to wear some sort of basic formal attire, as well as some very comfy looking PJs if you'd prefer those. So you can sort of make a choice on what your character would get up to in this hour.
So, Mocap, just before he gets into his room,
Jeffrey! Jeff! Oi! Jeff!
Giles slowly.
yeah, he's talking to Giles.
Giles slowly pokes his head into the room and says, "Are you talking to me,
Yes, your name is Jeff.
Giles?"
I need my goblin heads.
The goblin
I ain't
heads.
having anybody else pinch them. I want them in here.
I will send them up shortly.
Thank you.
And then, are you really asking a warlock what he's going to do with an hour of his time? Mocap is going to stuff his face with food, take a short rest, and he is not going to use any of the clothes. He's not going to use the bath, and he is going to go downstairs for this meal fully armed and fully armored.
Completely fair.
Shield, sword, the lot.
Fistin, what are you getting up to?
Fistin is gonna wash himself first. He'll
Very nice.
all a part of his short rest. He's gonna get in the bath. If anyone was walking by and hearing or overhearing what's going on inside the room, there would be a lot of splashing. It would sound like he was talking to himself, having a right old laugh in the bath. And he would scrub his own vestments out in the bath, leave them on the edge of the bed to dry, or hang them on a chair or something like that. And he would make himself ready to go downstairs in his undies.
Iris, what are you getting up to?
I'm gonna make sure that all the doors and all the windows in my room open,
Yep, they do.
and I'm gonna go find some food.
Um,
And is there any food like in the room?
in the room, there would probably be like something
Like
very
peanuts?
there would be sort of like water out. But in terms of actually having some food, there's probably only some sort of very basic. So there might be like some bread and cheese.
That'll do. I'll eat it.
A little cheese board out for you.
Cool. Yep. I'll just like take a nap.
Quick nap.
Yep.
Sweet.
Can I add one thing that Mocap will do?
Yeah.
As Jeffrey comes back into the room, and I'm so sorry that I keep disregarding all your NPC names.
It's fine.
I'm
It's
sorry, but
character.
Mocap isn't. As Giles comes back into the room, he is going to see Mocap eating a bowl of potpourri because Mocap has no idea what it is.
Giles looks, and he would inform Mocap, but he chooses not to. And he just says, "Very good, sir," and walks back out.
I'm sorry, would you like some? I'm up for sharing.
So crunchy.
Those are for the guests, sir.
Ah, very nice. I might have to come and stay here more often.
Very good, sir.
I imagine Giles walks out like, "Fuck no, please don't come back."
You don't know what Giles is thinking.
No, I don't. And Mocap doesn't care.
This is going to be fun. Arianwen, what do you get up to?
She's gonna get washed and get changed and probably try to like maybe put some bandages or something on any wounds.
Yep, you can bandage yourself up a bit. What you've got your whole sort of wardrobe here. Are you sort of coming down in something simple, or
You should live there.
are you going for something else?
Underwear, like fisting.
No, just something like simple but fancy, not like
Yeah,
I'm not like coming down in a ball gown or anything.
not today.
Crisp and clean.
Very nice. So you guys come down stairs after a bit. Giles comes and collects you after sort of about an hour, and you're led down to not the main dining room because it's not quite that fancy, but led through to like a parlor area where there's sort of a big library set up, hundreds of books, more books than probably anyone but Iris has seen before. Well, Ariane wouldn't seen it before, but only here. Maybe at home. But certainly more than Fistin or Mocap has seen before. And Dusk has decided that she has fallen asleep, so she has not come down yet. But this parlour's set up, and you see on a chaise lounge, you see Viridian, this elvish man in sort of finest attire. He's sort of lounging on the chaise lounge with a glass of red wine in one hand, and he's just sort of generally chilling out as you arrive. There is on sort of low tables various foods to pick at, a bit like a no, my brain's gone. Lots of small dishes all over the place, various bits and bobs for you to eat. I'm sure Mocap starts piling up a plate, and you guys can either take up take up
Plates are for suckers. Mocap fills his pockets.
fair. You can sort of take a general seat. There's some chaise lounges. There's some big armchairs. You can basically take a seat wherever you like, and or stay standing. And he sort of Viridian sort of says, "Are you all feeling a bit more refreshed now?"
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Very good, very good. I haven't had a chance to talk to Ariane Wynn separately yet, but I thought maybe best just to discuss with you all. I may have a proposition for you all, seeing as how you seem to have done a fair few good things while I've been gone.
Alright, walk over to grapes, take some grapes and start feeding them to Taraz. So Fistin's there in his undies in his little loincloth with a bat perched on him. And he's just feeding him grapes while he listens.
How would you all like to help me with a little project to get this small town up and running a bit?
Honestly, I'm not sure why you need help.
I assume that's because you enjoyed the fireworks I let off earlier.
The fireworks, the castle,
Ah, the castle.
Ariane Wynn on your
Yes.
arm.
Yes, I've not explained that yet, have I? This isn't actually mine per se. Barlow,
So it
can
is Ariane Wynn's.
and
No.
he calls out to someone, to Barlow, and this slightly rotund, middle-aged man comes out from the back corner. You didn't even notice that he was in the room, and he's well dressed. He looks like nobility, but he's slightly balding on top. Well, slightly balding. He's quite balding on top, and doesn't look to have the level of confidence of Viridian at all. And he comes out at this point. He goes, "Oh, hello, everyone. This is my home." And Viridian continues and says, "This is the mayor of Riversmeet, former noble before nobles in the neutral expanse didn't mean anything anymore. Formerly of the Republic, now of the neutral, and our benefactor, Mayor Barlow." Barlow.
Fucking hell! I am genuinely surprised that a man of your stature could hide in the shadows that well. I tip my hat to you.
Does food fall out of your hat as you tip it?
Definitely. I'm not. No, he's not even wearing a hat. Mocap has never had a hat.
You need to get one for more food storage.
I can just store it in your hat, surely.
I haven't got one.
He's got a hood.
Oh man.
I do have it.
Oh, I'm definitely going to use my sleight of hand to start hiding food on you guys.
Viridian continues. Barlow here, he was the noble for this region, and Riversmeet was very small recently. However, I have arrived and helped to bring in some new trade and new business, and Riversmeet has started to move in the right direction. Prime real estate. This is the only crossing between these three rivers for quite some distance. So we are placed well if we can get ourselves up and running to some degree. Barlow here, a wonderful benefactor, giving us huge sums of money. Very, very kind. And Barlow is just looking very sheepish as he says this. But Viridian continues and says, he is very keen to get us into a position where we can maximize Riversmeet's potential. Now, I am a businessman of sorts, and I'm very interested in making sure that this town is successful. But as you have seen, I have places to be and things to do, and I am not always available in Riversmeet itself. You saw I have been away for some time, and this has upset Arianwin greatly. And he looks to Arianwin.
It would have been fine if I wasn't doing your dirty work in a goblin cave.
And
What's wrong with a goblin cave?
Nothing. But the dirty work is dirty.
Okay.
Mocap just looks highly confused right now.
What do you get out of helping this town then?
what do I get? There is a good question. And the answer is I increase my influence. I am a man of small desire. I would like to.
Haha, that's what she said.
I would like.
Mocap, if that's what she said, then surely that means that's what he said. Because he said, I am a man of small stature.
You lost me, Fisting. The joke I was making was saying that he's got a small willy.
Ah!
Viridian is just like...
It's just two goblins cackling away in the corner now.
Yep. Viridian very much sort of turns himself slightly more towards the women in the room, and he continues and he says, ignoring the penis jokes, I am interested in making my mark on the world. This is the place that I have decided is worth my time, and I think we can do wonderful things here. There are few places in the neutral expanse more ready to expand and become larger than they are. And I want to make sure that I'm on the ground floor when that happens. Likewise, I think pulling you all in on this could be useful too. I can only do so much as one individual, and there is much to be done.
Well, if you want to be on the ground floor, why does your house have an upstairs? Surely it'd just be easier to stay downstairs all the time.
I see
I'm learning
Mocap.
they're very literal creatures.
I see Mocap's going to be very easy to convince. Mocap, would you like money and food?
Yes.
Then if you do the tasks that I ask occasionally, I will give you lots of money and food.
Sounds good.
Excellent. One of you down. How about the rest of you?
What kind of tasks?
Well, that's a good question. Sarah, can you come in, please? And he calls out, and a female dragonborn, bronze dragonborn woman, comes in. She's slightly older in age, and sort of wearing these sort of like white robes. And she comes in, and she's got a clipboard with a bunch of notes on it, and she says, "Oh, Viridian, why have you got me coming in here now? I'm very, very busy organizing everything to do with the town. I still haven't managed to sort out the correct taxes for the farmers." And he goes, no, darling. Don't worry about all of that right now. See these lovely people I have here.
Mocap's going to put his hand up.
Yes, Mocap.
You said something about farmers paying taxes. What does that mean?
Sarah is going to continue. Well, in order to fund the standing towns guard and ensure that the public services work correctly, everyone in the region has to pay a small stipend to the uh, town itself. Um, we're still organising exactly how much the farmers should pay compared to the townspeople. The farmers obviously have more of the land, but equally they're doing work to provide food, which is a requirement, whereas the people in the town aren't necessarily producing as much. It's a very complicated system, and Viridian just says, no. I don't think we need to worry them with that right now. What I'm
But I
proposing...
own a farm.
Don't worry, Mocap. We'll get back to you with exactly what is going on with that.
Okay.
Because I think these individuals and the one who has decided to sleep in upstairs, I think they all could do something great for us. They could definitely be of use to you and manage to do some of the jobs that you haven't managed. And Sarah, this dragonborn, looks around and goes, "Oh, they're the ones who helped the guards with the orcs. Oh yes, they would be very useful. I can make use of them." And Viridian says, "So, as it stands, Sarah probably needs various odd jobs and bits and bobs doing around the town. You report to her and to Giles here, and they can tell you what needs doing. I've got some larger jobs, and Sarah's got some smaller ones around the town, and we'll provide you pay for those jobs. Sarah, have you got anything you need doing at the moment? And she says, well, yes, there is. There is Timothy's farm was particularly damaged by the goblins. That would need repairing. You've left a small boy outside who apparently we don't know who his parents are. So that needs dealing with. Sister Miranda wants to reopen the graveyard. And apparently Bob, the baker, has been having issues at his windmill. And Viridian says, well, all of those jobs, we can provide money for them. Depending on what you're interested in doing, there is small amounts of money or larger amounts. Let's just take... Which one of those sounds interesting to you?
Help the boy! I didn't realise we left him.
Graveyard!
Well, let's just take the boy, for example.
We can take the boy to the graveyard and do 2 birds with 1 stone.
So, rule number 1, I think, in our contract, don't let Mocap make big decisions. We'll leave that to the rest of you all. And the graveyard, I can probably spare. Barlow, how much? How well are the coffers doing? And Barlow goes, well, sir, you've spent quite a lot. Okay, so I reckon probably 25 gold a head for each of you, for helping at the graveyard, getting that re-established, sorting out where our dead are going to end up. The boy, he's probably simpler. I can probably only offer maybe 10 gold a head for that. Not for his head itself, Mocap.
Mocap was just in the process of raising his hand, and then he's going to use his other hand to hold his wrist and pull his hand back down.
Fistin this entire time has been stood back, whispering over his shoulder to an unseen something or other, or talking to himself. He steps forward and he will say,
well, Viridian, there's just one thing. I'm just passing through. I have business. And unless you can help me with that business, then I'm not sure I can help you. Also, they want to know what kind of mark you wish to leave.
Both good questions. Obviously, most of you probably have other things that you would like to do. I know Arianwin would love to be going off somewhere more interesting than here. But
That'd be nice.
it would indeed. But we'll keep a tab on that for now. If you need to leave, that's fine. However, I am a man of many means and much knowledge. Perhaps I can help with what you all would like to achieve. Fistin, what are you trying to achieve?
Well, first of all, you tell me what kind of mark you're wishing to make. Because
Many marks have been left on this land, and I need to know that your mark is a good one.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. Oh, it's cooked. Oh, I got no modifier. 14.
14. Okay. Viridian seems quite hard to read. And he takes a second when you said that. He doesn't seem insulted by it, but he seems to be mulling over his answer. And he says, well, what mark do I want to make? When I was younger, I spent a lot of my time moving around this world, going to different parts of Finastra, going across this continent, going across the sea even for a while. But it's quite difficult to see this whole world without problems. Polemos, this continent that we're on, the wars between the Empire and the Republic, they've been going on for centuries now. We never seem to make that much progress. Either the Empire's trying to push its way south, or the Republic's trying to push its way north, and everyone in the middle seems to get stuck. Riversmeet, for example, 50 years ago, Riversmeet barely existed.
When he says that, Chris, that people seem to get stuck, Fistin's face physically turns to thought and recognition as he very quickly darts his eyes around the room in several different locations where nothing seems to be.
Yeah, Viridian's not gonna react to that yet, but other people might be. He continues and he says, I want to turn the neutral expanse into an area that can't suffer in the way that it has. To make it so that war doesn't come back here again. That's the mark I want to leave.
Well, there are many ways that could happen. But for now, I think I could get behind that.
How about the rest of you? Mocap, I know, is behind the money, but...
To answer your question, what do I strive for? I wish to find out where the hand are.
To the end of your arm!
And Mocap's going to wave with both his hands.
Indeed.
I've never heard of the hand before. What are you referring to, Fistin?
You've never heard of hands? And you said you were the smart one and we were dumb.
The more I get to know you, and the more trust I can place in you, then the more I reveal. But for now, the hand is what I seek.
Okay, you have a path, and I will help where I can if I can earn your trust to do so. Arianwyn doesn't have too much choice in this, but I assume getting out of the house and being able to move around the countryside a little bit might be more interesting than spending your days locked up here.
Oh, great. So instead of sitting in the house, I can rebuild Timothy's farm and do manual labor. Sounds fantastic.
Fistin shuffles over to Mocap and whispers,
I think she's a slave.
Mocap is just going to put up his hand again in the circle motion and the single finger, not say any words, and just do the action.
Well, darling, I was suggesting that perhaps you might want to see the world, that you might want to earn some gold so that you can buy some more things. I mean, I provide for you, but I only provide a small amount compared to what the world has to offer.
Why not?
And remember,
It's
he
getting
said
boring
you have
anyway.
no choice.
I said she has limited choice.
Potatoes.
And Iris, how about you? What do you feel about this situation?
Yes, I think it'd be great. Good experience, and yes, and maybe we can help each other at some point down the road.
Oh, do you have something that you need to find out about or do yourself?
Me, maybe, but that's neither here nor there. I want to get to know this town a little bit more and help it.
That sounds perfectly reasonable. Well, and he sort of stands up from the chaise lounge. He says, on that note, I have spent the last few days travelling here and there, so I think I'm going to retire for the evening. Now that we've had a bite to eat and we've organised this all, you can speak to Giles or Sarah if you want to hear more about specific plans. But I'm gonna go take a little cat nap upstairs, I
Oh, you bastard, you just made me yawn.
think. Yeah, I started pretending
I
to
did
yawn
too.
and it became a real one.
Mocap is going to steal some silverware.
Giles and Sarah are in this room. Please roll me a stealth check. Oh no, sleight of hand.
I did a sort of hand in roll 20.
17.
17.
Let me just. I'll roll for both of these. First one is Sarah. Yep, she's still shit. Let's see how Giles gets on. Oh, he saw you. As you're doing this, you feel a hand sort of grab your wrist suddenly. Roll me a perception check, actually.
Perception, I'm really good at that. +1. 19.
19. Okay,
I'll take
so
that.
Giles manages to get way closer to you than you would expect someone to get without you picking up on them. You pick up on him, but he is moving with a level of grace and precision that is quite surprising. And he grabs your hand as you are going for the silverware. He
Oh
says,
man, I am so tempted to hex him, say, and then go for some contested grapples, but I don't think I will. Mocap, as I saw him walking over, Mocap is going to style it out, and instead of putting the knife in his pocket, he's going to stab into his pocket and then lift the knife out with a potato on the end, as if that's what he was always going to do.
so Giles just looks at you in the eyes, and his eyes narrow very slightly, and he just goes, "Very good, sir." And then
All right, Jeff.
Oh, it was
I'm sorry.
so close.
Do you want a potato?
So close. He looks down at you and he says, "The Master Viridian has offered you a space in this house and has been very kind towards you thus far. As Master Viridian's bodyguard and butler, it is my responsibility to ensure that the company he keeps is not too disruptive. I would ask that you please refrain from stealing and causing too many problems for the Master."
As he mentioned the word master specifically there, Mocap's eye starts twitching.
A master? No! Mocap has no master! No, Mocap.
And he's going to slap himself in the face.
No! 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 Jeffrey! I think you should fuck off.
And Mocap is going to turn and sit in a corner.
Giles will leave Mocap alone at this point, but stay in the room and watching. What's everyone else doing?
Eating.
Also eating.
Fistin will pull a piece of paper from it's like tied into the waistband of his loincloth. So like half in hanging out like a folded napkin, and he'll pull it out and he will walk up to Giles and Giles.
Yes, Master Fistin.
Master! Ah!
Could I see the library, please? Because there is something in that cave, and I would like to. Well, here it is, and I show my scribblings.
Oh, that's interesting. You showed it to Giles.
Mm.
Oh, he rolled a nat one. You don't know that shit.
I would like to see if there's anything in the books about it.
Master Fistin, feel free to peruse the books in the parlor here. If you would like to use Master Viridian's personal library, I will have to get permission from him. Mayor Barlow's library, on the other hand, is open to you whenever you like.
I understand that, but well, if you could ask him, that would be grand, because it would go a long way to earning my trust.
I will ask on your behalf, however. Master Viridian's library is within his own personal quarters. If there is a specific book, perhaps he might be able to find that for you instead. I will ask on your behalf.
I understand. Well, maybe if you could just show him this, and then see what he has to say, but make sure I get it back.
I will indeed do this. Thank you, sir. And Giles
Thank
is
you.
going to head off to do exactly that. Sarah.
Mocap is going to put silverware in his pocket.
Yep, there's no one there to stop you now because Sarah don't see shit. Sarah's going to come over though. This Dragonborn lady, and she says, "Yes, you sounded interested about this boy. Did you speak to him at all?"
No.
No.
I've completely I think I've drawn a blank. Was this boy mentioned before we got here?
Yeah, he was in the cave.
He
Oh,
was
One of
mentioned.
the-
We didn't
Yeah.
talk to any of them. We were just like,
Got ya.
shit, we need to get out of here.
That's probably why I zoned out, because I was taking markings off the door. Okay, with you. Sorry about that.
He says, she says, yes. It appears this boy's family were killed. The goblins, when
Oh
they
no.
attacked, killed his mother and father. So he
Oh,
can't really go back there. At this point, he's an orphan.
bring him in. Bring him in. Bring him in.
Yes.
Sucks to be him.
Oh God.
I'm
so,
gonna traumatize this boy even more.
What's the difference between an apple and an orphan?
I don't want to
Apples
answer
get
that.
picked.
Oh my god.
Sarah will say, "Okay, I'm gonna go and get him in. Perhaps quieten down."
Is there a spare room that he can stay in? Maybe bring an extra bed into where I'm staying.
Yes, I'm sure we can find room for him this evening, but we do need.
He can bunk with me.
No, definitely not.
Well, when Mocap made that joke, Fisting went completely quiet and his head dropped. And as they're debating who or where this boy is going to go, Fisting walks to his room to get himself dressed. And if no one is out there in this time, he will head out to meet this boy.
Yeah, so the boy has just been sort of left in the foyer. They've given him some food, but he's just sort of chilling on a seat. And Sarah will take whoever wants to out to meet this little boy who looks absolutely traumatized. His face is haunted, and he's just sort of staring off.
Would we all get there at the same time, or?
I would imagine it would be around the same time. It probably takes you slightly longer to go upstairs, get changed, and then come back down compared to
Okay.
Iris and Ariane Wynn, if Ariane Wynn is joining.
Yeah.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
On our way there, could I ask Ariane Wynn? Do you think he could stay here in this place? I mean, there's so many rooms. Would he be able to be looked after? Or I feel
I
so
mean, I'm
awful.
sure he could, but I don't know if it's the best environment for him to stay in. A loving family
What
would
do you mean? I
probably
mean,
be
it's
preferable.
lovely. Oh, I suppose so.
Fisting
Yes, I
will tug
suppose
on
so.
Ariane Wynn's robes, dress, whatever she's wearing, and say,
You might want to keep that to yourself. This boy has just lost his family. To propose
to
he
myself.
goes to join another living family could be torture in itself.
Well, I'm not going to say that to him. I'm saying it to Iris. I'm saying if we find him a place where he can become part of the family, it's probably better than staying in here.
his head just dips again, and he will just come along for the walk.
Right. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll just go see what he would like to do. I think.
And he can definitely stay here for now, of course, but
As you approach this young boy, he's sort of vacant eyes staring off. as he sort of munches on some bread. Do any of you approach?
I looked at Iris.
Yes. Yes, I will approach.
He doesn't
Um,
look up towards you.
I will crouch down and say, hello, I'm Iris.
Hi,
What's your name?
I'm Simon.
Simon. Hi, Simon.
Hi.
Are you enjoying that food?
I was hungry.
There's more. Is there more? There's more? Is there more food they can have? I whisper to the others.
Definitely, yes.
What would you like?
I don't really mind.
We'll get we'll get you some more food. I kind of look helplessly at the other two. Had all the good intentions, but
Oh,
she
what
has
a
no
time to
idea what
leave
she's doing.
Mocap behind.
Fister will gingerly, not because he's ginger, but gingerly sort of peek out sort of one eye from behind Iris. Does this boy Simon seem to notice anything, or is he just staring vacantly into space?
He's just sort of staring off into space.
He will stay a distance and keep Iris between him and the boy. And he will pipe up. Simon, I know it's raw. Don't be scared. Can you look this way?
His eyes slowly come up towards you, and there's like a moment where he sort of winces, but he recognizes you as one of the people who came to help him, and he like that momentary wince passes.
As that sort of I see that reaction and it fades. I'll step out into full view and approach and take a knee in front of him. And I will say, I'm glad you know not all of us are the same. And I know that all people aren't the same too. I've never known my family, and I know the pain. Maybe your pain is greater than mine, but I'll be here for a while. If you need to talk to someone that understands, find me.
He doesn't say anything back, but you can just see in the corner of his eyes that tears are welling up.
And a single tear will roll down my cheek as I pull my hood back over my head, put a hand on his knee, give it like a consoling shake, rub. I look to the two biggies and say, Well, I'll leave it to you.
I'll
And I walk back in.
I'll summon my owl, Salona, and kind of hold her out on my arm and say, "Would you like to pet her?"
At first he doesn't really react, and then
She's very friendly.
he can kind of see her out of the corner of his eyes because he's staring off so blankly. He's not paying that much attention, but she's there, and after a short while, just like after a moment, he sort of does turn slightly to look at her, and then reaches one finger out towards her to stroke.
She'll kind of. I was going to say purr, but no, she's an owl. Yeah, owls do.
And
Kind of flap
this.
a wing.
So, what were your parents' name? Ooh.
That's cruel.
Terrible. Sorry.
He seems to soften a little tiny bit in response to both of these heartfelt moments, and he sort of looks up at you and he says, I could really use with some sleep.
Yes, and yes, come on, follow me, and I'll usher him to.
He
a room.
reaches a hand out towards you, as if he
I'll
would
hold
like.
his hand.
Yeah.
I'll hold his hand.
And you can lead him to a room, or to your room, if.
Yeah. And I'll you can sleep on the bed and I'll sleep on the floor. I'll grab a cushion and then just sleep on the floor. And you can sleep on there.
Giles will bring in an additional bedroll for you.
Very
Much
well, thank
much nicer than a normal bedroll, but a bedroll nonetheless, so that you're not sleeping on the floor. And is there anything anyone else would like to do this evening?
Go on.
Oh, go on, John. Go on, John.
I would like to, probably more thematics than anything, Chris, try and reach out. You know Fistin's background and stuff and what he's about. Try and reach out and see if there is any one out there that is there for Simon in my spare time. But generally just would retire to his room and think about his past and his journey and what he's supposed to be out there doing right now.
Yeah. Oh, I just clicked on the wrong sheet because I wanted to check something. Yeah. Oh, okay. Easiest way to do this: roll me a d20 and tell me a number that you want on a d20 before you roll.
Oh, okay. Friday the 13th. Popped out of the tray. 17.
17. Rolled a 13. Okay. As you try to commune with the spirits around you, you get the sense that at some time there may have been his parents, but not here. They would have been somewhere else. You sort of feel the idea of them, but they've either already moved on or they're not in this area. You can't speak to them now.
That's fair. with that, I just sort of sit bottom of the bed, and just sit with that emotion that kid's feeling. Let it wash through, process it, remind me of my own journey and what I need to do, and I'll retire for the night.
I'm going to go to Ariane Wynn first because I feel like the
Mhm.
mood is going to shift. But Ariane Wynn, is there anything that
Yes.
you would like to do at this point, or anything that you're feeling?
No, not a lot to do. She's probably just when everyone else retires, she'll go to her room and just sort of maybe sit in the window for a little bit, as if she's in like a film montage where someone sits thoughtfully in a window for a while, and then she'll go to bed.
Love it. And Mocap, what are you up to?
Right, here we go. So while you guys are all having this heartfelt moment with this child that we've rescued, I've been planning Mocab shenanigans. So Mocab would not have left the dining room to start with, and once he was alone in the dining room, he would have looked for anything shiny that isn't bolted down that he could potentially take and steal. I imagine with this being some posh, pompous dude's house, there is some big portrait of said bloke in the house. He would
100%.
I will then find ink and quill, and he would end up with a little goatee and a monocle. I would then find the elf. I would find a pair of his boots and poop in the left shoe.
Bex.
Um,
Bex and Ricky, very quickly. I love
Yep.
how you're doing this, and this is what cost George's life.
Oh god,
Hey?
yeah.
I love how you're doing this, and this is what cost George his life in Strahd.
Yep. Yep. Lessons are not learnt. Oh god, yeah, that is literally how he died. He drew a face on something, didn't he? A statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, lesson not learnt there, because I forgot that I did that. It would have caused all hell of shenanigans, and then I would check the back garden for apple trees because I wanted to find apple trees earlier in the day.
You did. There is a small orchard of there is an apple tree. There's a couple of other fruit-bearing trees as well. If you would like to find some.
Cool, noted. All right, and that's pretty much it. I need to answer my phone. Give me 2 secs, guys. Sorry.
The repercussions of that will come shortly. While he's answering his phone, I can't do the next bit.
And then if allowed, the only other thing I would do is I would try and pull some pranks on. I've forgotten his name. I can only remember my piss take name for him, Jeffrey. Giles. I would definitely try and pull some pranks on Giles, and see how quick his reactions are to stuff. Nothing. They would all be harmless pranks, but they would be pranks nonetheless.
What are you got in mind?
Trying to throw my voice and then using my goblin skills to run and hide in small places and shit like that. So he comes looking and then can't find no one there, and then I'll try and pretend to be like a fucking haunted ghost or some shit of his long dead mother, or I don't even know if his mum's dead, but that's the route I would go.
Roll me just for this. Roll me a stealth check.
Mm-hmm. Stealth. Pow, just gonna roll it on here. 5! That was a nat 1.
Nat 1. Perfect. You try to do this to him. And the first time you try to do it, he sort of catches you straight away, and he looks at you and he goes, "Very good, sir." And you run off and scamper off to do it again. And the second time, you go to do something, and he's already behind you. and you just hear him. He like leans over you, just in your ear. Very good, sir. Would you try? would you try a third time?
Well. Oh dear. I'm not even thinking about the third time. I'm thinking about whether Mocap reactionary turns around with his longsword out, just
please
swinging.
Do. Please do.
I genuinely think Mocap would. Just as a shit as he spins around, because something's just spoken in his voice, and things don't sneak up on Mocap very often.
Roll to attack.
It would be dagger over his longsword because that's easier to swing in a corridor. Dagger.
I didn't know.
9.
I didn't know Vax was here.
Hey?
Dagger.
Oh yeah, because I was looking for it on the sheet because I'm used to Beyond.
What would he? Oh, it was a 9. As you throw, sort of attack back with the dagger, he literally catches your arm, and you see, as this happens, sort of a glow coming from his hand, sort of a holy glow, and he says, "Please be careful, sir, or someone might get hurt."
Oh! Whoa! You cannot sneak up on a goblin like that. That was a racial reaction. Oh, fuck me. You're a sneaky bastard.
Indeed, sir.
I have a slight amount of respect for you.
Very good, sir. Will that be all for this evening?
Would you like a carrot?
And from like next to where his dagger was sheathed, he's going to pull out a carrot in the same way he pulled out his dagger, and he's going to then offer it.
Charles is going to take it and just very nonchalantly start walking away, munching on the carrot.
Oh, good, he is eating it. I was going to say, man, I was going to call him out then for not eating that carrot.
Anything else that you would like to attempt?
Nope. Although I would really like to be there for when fucking the elf dude wakes up and steps in his shoes.
It's going to be an interesting one. I need to make
Mocap isn't house trained. He grew up on the streets. It's fine.
I'm not sure that means that you shit in people's shoes.
Yeah, Kristen grew up in a forest, but I mean, we dug holes, man. We dug holes.
With that shenanigans had, you may all take a long rest. You are no longer dead. And
I was fine. I was just like level 1 again.
it was the fact that I knocked Dusk down to 1 HP, and Ariadne was on 3.
Oh my
wouldn't have
gosh!
lasted long.
Yeah,
Oh,
it wasn't looking good.
Wow.
I didn't get hit at all.
It was not good times.
I got hit once when I decided to stand my ground to allow you guys to get out, and it took half my HP off.
Oh my gosh.
Low levels. We will finish up there for today, so that we've got nice lots tomorrow. Tomorrow is not a thing. Next
Yes,
session.
please.